10, 9, the bomb chattered in a quite odd, annoying voice. We need to get out of here, I told Shadow. Really? You think so? Maybe you should ponder it for a couple more minutes. I ducked, dodging the gigantic hammer so it missed me by a millimeter. The hammer was now flying in the direction of the door in the room, the one that the crook raced Shadow through out of the room, which was now closed and locked. Dangling claws there. Wham! The hammer split right through the crack of the door, breaking it open in less than a second. The hammer continued hurling across the air, nearly breaking the sound barrier until... I bent over, shut my eyes, and covered my ears, and then... silence. I looked up. The hammer made absolutely no sound at all. I expected a wham, or a bump, or even a ha-ha-ha, but nothing. I threw the chest strap over my shoulder and gathered my courage. Passing through the now unhinged door, I came into a dark, dusty, cobwebbed hall with a number of doors. I knew the criminal must have gone through one of them. So here we have the Joker trap. Appropriately titled. Here is basically a rundown of every single step in this process, so you can pause the video if you want. After opening doors to laughing gas, giggle recordings, silly string cans, and a couple robot Limburger spray bombs, I finally only had one more door to go. Click. Shadow stood there right in the doorway. Yeah! I screamed. Shadow didn't move at all. Don't scare me like that, I whispered. Shadow didn't answer. She just stood there, staring straight into my eyes. Then she flopped down on her back, laughing hysterically. Ha 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 ha! Oh no, I thought. I snatched a regulator. Wait, hold on, I might have skipped the page here. Nope, that's right. I snatched a regulator out of the chest strap, only to find I was no longer wearing it. Oh no, I thought. Joker must have stolen the chest strap somehow. I looked past the doorway that Shadow had been standing in, and saw that it led to a room. I knew the Joker must be somewhere in there. I dragged the hysterical superhero into it. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh my god, I'm tired of fake laughing here. The room suddenly filled with laughter. That laughter I recognized. It was the laughing of the criminal. I looked up as the wall opened and a giant screen was revealed. The crook's face was projected onto it. I looked up at the villain. Joker, I said. I must admit you've taught me a good lesson. Oh, dearie me, I taught one of Batman's associates a lesson, he cheered, hopping and dancing around on the screen. Fire away. You've taught me to bring more than one regulator to missions, I said, smiling. The Joker blasted out laughing. Ah, that one was almost good enough for me to have told, he chanted. It wasn't that good. I rolled my eyes and grabbed my phone secretly from my belt and texted a message to Batman. BW, we have a laugher and no regulators. We're in the JM on Broadway Street. SPH, I typed. I sent it, stuffed the phone back into its pocket on my belt, and looked back up at the Joker. Where's the chest strap? I ordered sternly. Chest strap? Oh, yeah, you mean the one with 100 bombs and gadgets that are useful beyond recognition? And could stop me at any cost? The Joker said, stopping to think a minute. Why do you need it? I slapped my forehead. Give it to me or I'll... The white-faced bandit cut me off. Oh, for Petey's sake, you hawk too much, the Joker taunted. Oh, oopsie-daisy, I mean talk too much. Joker started to stare off into space. Suddenly his eyes switched back on me. Oh, hello, Hawky. He began to scratch his forehead, confused. How long have you been standing there? I rolled my eyes. For all this time, Joker. Oh, dearie me, I remember now, he laughed. You were talking about the stressed chap. Oh, oopsie, I mean the chest strap. Yes, the chest strap. He made a confused face again. What's the square root of 12? He asked me. I thought blindly for a minute and shrugged. Ah, just wondering, the supervillain explained. Anyway, back to the subject, he proclaimed, pointing toward the sky. I shook my head out of thought. You want the stressed chap, do you? The Joker asked, crossing his arms. Well, you can't. It's mine, and I'm not sharing. He stuck his tongue out at me. Give it to me, or... I began. Da-da-dee-dee-da, finders, keepers. I guess, this version of Joker seems to have never left middle school. You're crossing the boundaries, Joker. And not only that, but I sound like a schoolmarm. It's the perfect dynamic. We were made for each other in the most unexpected way possible. Da-da-doo-da-da-dee-doo, losers, weepers. If I crash the screen, he'll still want to have connection with me to make fun of me, I thought. Then he may come to me in person. If he doesn't, I can crash any of his other screens or connection devices that he'll talk to me through. That sounded like an idea. Yeah, it sounded like an idea. A good one, that's a different story. I withdrew a batarang from my belt and hurled it at the screen. Crash! Alright, here's Joker, the playground bully, on his little screen, the only thing that's protecting him from my motherly wrath. Oh my gosh. And there's Shadow laughing hysterically on the floor, as you can see there. She is lying in a supine position, as I was earlier. I remember the word. Da-da-dee-doo. Oh no, wait, Hockey, I'm not done with the song! That was the last of Joker's words before the screen failed. Zzz, 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 boom! Wait, the screen exploded? What? The leftovers of the television screen tumbled to the floor. Wham! Wham! Whump! Wham! Tinkle, tinkle, shatter! Suddenly, something from behind the screen fell into my hands. The chest strap, I thought. The entire ceiling opened to the floor of a huge laboratory, and the Joker jumped through the large opening to the floor. Okay. So you've been a floor above me all this time, I said. I've always been above you, considering our height, laughed the Joker. Ha ha! Oh, giddy day! I flipped out a regulator from the chest strap and dropped it on Shadow's mouth. As her breathing straightened out, she eased herself onto her feet, gasping. Well, it's about time, she commented. We both glared up at the Clown Prince of Crime. It's 2 against 1, Joker. You're outnumbered. Yeah, I don't think it really matters that you're outnumbered. You're literally in his mansion that is designed to fuck with you. You don't have any power here. But even after our warning, Joker was still smiling. It didn't surprise me. Joker was always smiling. You could say that 1 billion meteoroids were directed at his lab, that Batman had been cloned 600 times, and that the FBI and CIA are about to launch 30 trillion nuclear missiles right on him. And he would still be smiling. Did the FBI and the CIA have the authority to launch nuclear missiles? The Joker's grin widened to such an extent it looked like his smile literally reached all the way across his head. Hee hee hee! I'm outnumbered, am I? Hee hee hee! He ran directly up to us, setting his little white gloves on our shoulders, and jumping over us like a toad, all the while chanting, leapfrog! He raced out of the room through a metal electric door, and it started to slam behind him. Shadow and I eyed each other, then glanced back at the closing door. We darted straight toward it, trying to get through before it trapped us inside. We ran as fast as we could, but the continual chanting of the Joker through radios was too much distracting. Okay, assuming this is an urgent situation, and you're trying to get the hell out of here before you're trapped and presumably something awful happens, how distractible could you possibly be? Ha 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 ha! I'm outnumbered, am I? Well, ha 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 ha! I have my own little friends. Oh, if you're evil and you know it, clap your hands! We could hear clapping sounds echoing across the room. Slam! The electric door shut before we could get through it. If you're Joker and you know it, and you really want to blow it, if you're Joker and you know it, drop a bomb! The Joker wailed. Suddenly, colorful confetti bombs dropped from the sky. From the sky? From the sky? Is there a wait, is the ceiling open? Is there a helicopter up there, or you mean from the ceiling? Okay, surprisingly exploding to the tune of the song. Boom, 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 boom. Joker continued. Oh, if you're evil and you know it, stomp your feet. Oh my god. The whole room began rumbling violently. As Shadow and I lost balance on the shaking floor and tossed and turned and tumbled, we exchanged confused faces. Earthquake? Shadow suggested. Before I could respond, the echoing voice of the villain through radios continued to be annoying. Oh, dearie me, I found the confetti bomb XXL. It'll destroy the entire mansion, of course. He stopped to think a minute. Then he made such a humongous and humorous grin, we could hear it through the radios. Quite clearly, too. Oh well, the blowing up of my mansion can't get in the way of all the fun, he shrieked. Shadow and I glanced at each other. We'd better get out of here, Shad. I breathed. Yeah, no shit. Think? Shadow commented. Suddenly, a giant bomb dropped out of the ceiling. Oh, now it's the ceiling. So did the ceiling close? Like, I don't know. And began hurling our way. I set it for 10 seconds until explode, Joker explained. I'd better make a clean getaway. He took a whiff of himself, and we could hear his face crumple up. Well, just the getaway pod, then. He cheered. Those were his last words before we heard static over the radios. Come on, let's go, Shadow offered. How? I asked. The heroine looked around, then scratched her head. Beep, beep, beep. Fine time for my phone to ring. I picked up the hidden Pretendex phone from my utility belt. Hey, Becky, how you doing? How are the kids? Hello? I sighed. Hawk, this is Batman, and I've received your text message, a deep voice called from the other end of the line. Oh, hey, Bats, I breathed. I've heard you have a laugher, and I'm coming in my bat plane with a regulator, Batman explained. I frowned. Sorry, Batman, it's already been solved, I apologized. Batman growled under his breath. That's okay, you'll need me anyway, he murmured. But I need to get rid of this regulator. I heard a clunk. Batman had tossed the regulator out of the plane onto the road below. Doesn't seem like Batman to be that wasteful, but whatever. Alright then, I said, hanging up. I looked up only to see that the bomb had already landed on the floor. Wait, hold on, wait. You said, like, a paragraph ago that the bomb had dropped from the sky. You're telling me you made it through a whole phone conversation with Batman before it hit the ground. How high is this ceiling? 10, 9, the bomb chattered in a quite odd, annoying voice. We need to get out of here, I told Shadow. Really? You think so? Maybe you should ponder it for a couple more minutes. And quickly. 7, 6, the bomb continued. Shadow looked down at the bomb, and then looked back up at me. I have an idea, she announced.